They contain, between the three of them, what I would call 5 key strategies. First is the marketing strategy. The marketing strategy, and I'm going to give you an MBA in about 3 sentences. You ready? Who is my customer? Question number 1. Who is my most probable customer? To say it differently. In other words, who's the most likely to buy from us? That's a big question because it has 50 others that follow. You know, what do they look like? Where do they, what do they do for a living, etc. The second question is, why do they buy from me? What's the thing that gets them to say yes and write the check or hand over the credit card? Why? It's usually emotional. If you're looking for a reason having to do with the high quality of your product, look elsewhere. Because they're choosing between you and somebody else with a pretty good product too. But there's a reason they're choosing. And then the third question is, where are they? How do I find them? Those 3 questions answer the later issue of lead generation and lead conversion, which is all about what's the message and what's the channel through which the message is delivered. If you don't know the answer to the 3 questions, you can't concoct the message or deliver it through the channel that makes any sense. You'll just throw something at the wall and hope it sticks. The guy comes in to sell you Yellow Pages and you say, yeah, without even knowing that the Yellow Pages are going to make any sense. So you just throw it at the wall. So it's a marketing strategy. The second strategy is a financial strategy, and it has a whole lot more to do than just financial reporting and looking through the rearview mirror. It has to do with financial planning, financial management, having a budget, and knowing how all of the cash flow connects and the timing of it and how it connects to the marketing strategy, the operating strategy, the hiring strategy, all the different strategies of your business. It has to be planned, and money is the fuel. So most businesses I walk into have some kind of reporting mechanism called a P&L and a balance sheet, looking to one degree sophisticated or not. But very few businesses we walk into have a budget or have anything close to a cash management plan. We literally have 2 sets of books. They're both legal. One's for the accountant and the other one's cash management, right? When's the cash coming in? I don't care about accrual stuff, right? When's the cash coming in? And how much, right? The third strategy is management, and within that or the third puzzle piece is management, and within that are 3 strategies: organization, systems, and people, in that order. And I mean in that order. Because if you're going to have a vision and a clear story about what your business is going to look like when it's done, you then have to imagine how it's organized. Not now, but then, 5 years hence or whenever that is. What does the organization of that vision look like? Forget about lofty titles, forget about your name or anybody else's name, because just assume they're not even around. It's 5 years down the road. What functions have to exist for your dream to be true? Somebody has to be doing stuff. What is it? Call it by what it is. Then you have to create a system strategy and ask yourself the question, what processes, what systems do I have to have in place to ensure that the person I don't even know today that I'm going to hire 5 years from now can do that? And do it exactly the way that I'd want them to do it. Because I'm going to be infirmed. Or I'm going to be laying on a beach, better yet. And then the final strategy is people. Now that I know the systems, now that I know the functions, now that I know what the whole thing looks like, I have a pretty good idea of who to hire to put in the right seats on the bus to do this. And to train and become masters of the system. So those are the key strategies.